Alright guys, today I'm going to show you how I animate, kind of my process. So I already kind of started, because I didn't think to do this before. So I'm going to start a new layer in between this one, which will be on top of the detailed lines. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to do lines, kind of straight, not too wiggly, but just enough so people kind of see that it's detailed, not so minimalistic. People don't really like minimalism. Alright, that's done. Now we're going to draw Scott Wieland. Start a new frame because it has to be on top of what I've already done. And then what I'm going to do from there is I'm going to draw his arm. Going to draw a little thing right there. But then this is not Scott Wieland per se. This is just his pose. This is Homer Simpson. So next up is we're going to draw Homer's face. Oh, more like his neck if he had one. Ha ha ha. This is his neck. We're going to do that. Then I'm going to say, so what I usually do, I always get this mixed up. I have to erase that a little bit because that's where the eye goes. So, what I'm going to do now is, make the eye, going to start there. And what the Simpsons they kind of do is this. You kind of just one continuous line can make it difficult at times, but when you do it right, when you do it slow and steady, it comes out pretty nice. Alright. Next, I'm going to go to the colored. So I always do the colors right away because I will forget, and I guarantee if you do this, you probably will too, unless you have like an IQ of 1,000. I don't know. And then I'm gonna draw. I always forget this too. Yeah, it's probably important, pretty important. I'm gonna draw the teeth. He has two kinds of mouth movements, and this is one of them. The other one, as I'm sure you've seen them before, is the one with just teeth. That's when he says like something that would use the tongue or like where the mouth would close. You'll learn as you go when you if you take my class. I'm offering classes, so we'll get to that later. Okay. Then he kind of has his arms stretched out a little bit. So I'm gonna do that. I really like him kind of skinny because Homer becomes like. I kind of have this headcanon where Homer's like a drug addict or he has some kind of disorder, and so he's getting skinnier because, yeah, he's a musician. That was loud. Sorry about that, folks. That was turbulence. I'm kidding. No, I just have a really echoey bedroom. Ah, dang it. Gotta be careful about that. The X is right there. So gotta be kind of careful. When you hit the X here, make sure you don't hit the X. X out of the page. Okay, yellow. Cause not Asian yellow, but like this yellow. I'm gonna stop talking. Alright, so I kind of have a reference. I'll attach that later, but this is kind of what it looks like, and I always add a bit of accessories, so kind of has that Scott Wieland style while still having the Homer Simpson character. Alright. I don't like that. I feel like his. Okay, this is fine. I go to here, I go to the paint, oops, and then I just make the transparency down. I'm gonna start over. Start over the head, at least. Not the entire thing. Well, I'm gonna do that, but just temporarily. So, I can always speed up this. Okay, Now we're just gonna recolor the shirt, and I think that looks good. Oh wait, I'm gonna add the hair. Forgot about that. Sorry guys. If you hear a little background noise, that's my cat. She likes me. Don't know why. Alright. Next, we're gonna copy, paste, but we're just gonna paste the background. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take him out of the picture. Copy it again, just so we have the background. Paste it in case something happens and I forget. And I accidentally copy the edited frame. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press my spacebar on my keyboard and just like see how it's see the movement. So he kind of moves his head a little bit diagonally. So we're gonna start with that. Oops, let's turn the wrong place there. It's all about perspective. And I have to. Oh wait, you know what? I'm gonna make this kind of 80s Simpsons, you know, Tracy Ullman type show. He's saying, "Oh," you know, he's really using his vocal range. Like Scott Weiland is. I don't really know about Homer. Homer might just be lip syncing for all we know. Make that white. That black. We're gonna make that. Yeah. Alright. So I'm gonna do. You know what? He kind of from the image I'm looking at. Yeah. Okay. Oh, forgot the ear right here. Better do that. Wait, gotta make it relative to that. So we are just gonna go diagonally. Yeah, that looks good, I think. Leave. So it kind of moves his arm downwards. It's not so diagonal this time. See, as long as the poses are, sorry guys, my cat was looking at me. I didn't even notice. So sorry about the background noise. Okay. He just outstretches his arm just a little bit more. So just because he's a musician. I'm a musician too, so I kind of know how it is with these guys. I wasn't like a cool musician. I was friends with cool musicians. Yeah. Nope. They did drugs. I was getting high on life. Ha ha ha. All right. Can I color that? Can I color this? Doo-doo-doosh. Ooh, that is way too thick. He is not that strong. Oh, I guess I kind of did that. Oh, just couldn't do that. Alright. So, yeah, we don't need it that much. His elbow's not that big. It's that big. No, I'm just gonna... It's almost straight this time. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. It's important to have contrast. Notice the Homer Simpson colors are very bright compared to the darker backgrounds. That's how it is for most of my videos, I think, and it's worked out pretty well. Alright, so here he's kind of, in the video at least, he's closing his eyes. So what I like to do that, I like to kind of have him close his eyes. But not closed eyes past tense. I'm having closing his eyes. Yeah, okay. And then let me see here. You know what? I think that's probably wise if we just do that. We make another eye, both sides. Think about frame by frame. You can always fix it with the by going back. Flip Club is really good with that. Yeah. Okay. Next up, we are going to douche. Then just do that. Paste again, just in case we messed up. And Okay, so he's kind of moving his head like to the upward position. So this is difficult with Simpson character, but we're gonna try this. I'm gonna show you how I usually do this. So we're gonna draw it just like anything else, except for one exception. So instead of doing this, we are gonna slowly go around the eye. Alright. Just gonna go back a little bit to see how he was positioning his hands. So it looks like it's going all the way diagonal, so we're gonna go a little bit more, take a step forward. It's all about, for my friend, it's all about taking steps forward and all that, you know. Just gonna take that step, you know. Here we go. Alright. It's awesome. Let's do this. That is where I always get messed up. So if it's even a little bit, right there, just hit the back, like undo, didoosh. Alright. Next is do that. Whoops. Gonna do. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. So there's this little plus. Not plus. There's the eyedropper. You hit the eyedropper, and you can change your color that way in case you forget where on the swatches your color is. So that's pretty cool, I think. Yeah. Still not sure if it should be downward. You know what? When he's closing them, I'm just gonna do it like this. That makes a lot more sense. Actually, want to do that maybe down the line. After I'm finished doing these, I'll try to make any kind of changes right away because I will absolutely forget. So I'm just gonna. Maybe I don't need to redraw. I can just do it like that. Yeah. His mouth. It can be shut a little bit more, so we are just gonna do that. Transparency 0 by dragging the slider. You know what? That's just force of habit at this point. I am used to making his mouth big. That's my fault. All right. There we go. Didoosh. We get it like brown. We got that. Ah, I see where I kind of contradicted myself. Light brown, kind of brown is dark brown. Well, it's light brown there, light brown there. If it's far away enough, we don't really care. It's not really about caring. It's more about, can you tell the difference? Guess his teeth are a little bit bigger as he starts to clench his teeth for a little for vowel. I forget which sound. I just know he kind of like, you know, up and down, up and down. That's how humans are, really. Also, this right here, I'm gonna make that. Circle that. Yeah. Yeah, looks good. No, it's too small. Hold on. I don't know. I gotta keep this continuous, so. But that doesn't mean I have to make this any more or less. I can just make it the same. Yeah. Yeah, that's way too big of a move. It's that elbow right there. Probably gonna just change that. Do that first. We kind of have the perspective now. Better, trying to see where we're going. Yeah, that way we kind of see that's like right there. That's relative. It's also about the same size. So yeah, that looks pretty good. A lot of people might copy and paste, but I do not do that. A lot of people just go, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, and then change a little bit at a time. But I don't do that. I believe this kind of work, although it takes longer, I think it looks better, honestly. It looks, I used to do it like copy, paste, and just do whatever and edit what needed to be edited. The truth is, everything needs to be edited. When you move, do you move a piece of your body, or do you move your entire body? When you talk, do you nod back and forth? Do you kind of move your shoulders a little bit? Do you use your hands? That sort of mannerisms, that sort of thinking is what helps you become a good animator. It's good character animate. It's what makes a good character animator. So, yeah. Oops. Okay, now this is the part where he clenches his teeth. It's good to kind of connect them. Okay, for this, we're gonna do a little bit of that, and that as our trade secret I am now sharing for some reason. It's never straight with teeth. It's a little bit diagonal, a little bit. The middle one's usually more straighter, and stuff like that. It's all about I kind of figured that out on my own, honestly. When I did the Bart Simpson sing Silverchair, I think that's when the video right after that was when I realized, oh, they're a little different. Yeah. Big Simpsons fan. I always try to watch an episode before I do one of these to get the right idea. Awesome. The further I move away from the Simpsons style, more towards my own, really, is the better I get, the more comments I get. If you end up doing a Simpsons style, try to make it your own. You know what? No. He is officially closing his eyes. Well, not officially, but like, dang it, what is happening? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna, hold on. He's not closing. He's not just keeping. See how close that one is? I'm just gonna do this. Yeah. The way it's animation. Nothing's the same in each frame, except the background, which now, come to think of it, is you do have to animate the background quite a bit, but it doesn't come in to play until much more advanced videos. But hey, I probably won't do those because I want to make I want to make people learn. Honestly, I don't care as much about the money. I just want to spread my knowledge. If you guys want to support me, want to learn animation, check out my Kofi page, or Kofi, however it's pronounced, and sign up for animation lessons. I have 20 slots open. Go ahead, do it. Yes. Darth Vader, do it. Yes. Alright. I'm gonna unpause the video, be prepared for some noise. Music, I should say. Because this is rockin'. Alright, so what happened here is Okay, yeah. So it's actually getting shorter. So I'm just gonna gonna do that. And also, as soon as he opens his eyes, he is going to shoot him wide open. He is gonna be crazy. It's like, the cat just started licking me again. I'm like, kitty, you can be on my lap, but you can't keep looking at me. No. Oh, go away. Yeah, I'm trying to do something. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, she's plopped down right next to me. Sweet kitty. Alright. Just gonna do my regular thing. You know what? It looks like he's smiling. Homer, or more importantly, a grunge artist, would never smile in the music videos. Ever. I have never seen, unless they're insane. That is a trade secret I am also sharing with you. There are many more. Get an animation lesson to find out the rest. I'm just gonna learn as we go. Oh my gosh, I totally messed up. Hold on. Hold up. No. Okay, I know what to do. Hold on. Hold up. Should have done the face, then the rest of the head first. Should have done the face first and the rest of the head. That usually helps me see how it's relative in positioning. So this next one, this one at least, he is stretching his arm outward. Because it's 12 FPS, we're going for a bit of choppy style. It'll be perfect. We're just going to move it a lot because that is part of what is called a timetable. I think that's what it's called. Hold on. I have to look more into that, but there is a way to do this. So, it's where time chart, I don't know. It's where you have different placeholders. I'll show you this. Think about. No, I will not show you guys. You have to support me on Patreon. What am I? Freaking YouTuber? No, just get a lesson. I'll tell you all about it. It's one-on-one. Yeah, I'm lazy. I'm just gonna. If the colors are in front of me, I'm not gonna pick the color again. He doesn't even start talking. Oh my gosh! I tell him that's fine. Let's see when he does start talking. Right after this, great. No, that's fine. We will just do animate the drums before this. So, start a new. We're probably gonna take out the onion. That is probably for the best. Give me one moment to get a good spot on the video. Alright, found it. About 42 seconds in the video, the drummer rocks about. I'm a drummer, so I know how it is. Alright. We always draw the symbols first. We're going to put them on the top because everything is under the symbols. Most of everything. So that is way too long. I'm going to put it just halfway. All over halfway. Okay. That's not right. What is this? A tree? Come on. Yeah, it's supposed to be more, straight. This sort of thing happens when it really, it's on the muscle memory, but you know, muscle memory can trip you up sometimes. Right. That is indeed a curve. Nice. I'm gonna do. Yikes. Okay, so that is more supposed to be centered. Give me one moment. Just get that transparency. Move this over a bit. No, that's not right. Even the master can make right. Yeah, that's right. Sorry. Jeez Louise, these things be tripping me up. No, it's more pointy. Let me try that again. One more thing. When you do the top ones, what usually do I do the backgrounds next? Use the bottom ones, which are where you put backgrounds. Alright. Gonna just put that. And also okay. Gonna make this. We already did brown, light brown. Let's try red brown. Cause we're not gonna see this guy again. Drummer's kind of. He's not too active in these music videos, so we can just do whatever. But because it's the opening, it does have to be extremely detailed. It's detailed to the point that people will keep watching. So I'm just gonna make a little bit of detail to my best bit of detail. Okay. Next, we're not done with the background just yet. We're gonna do some shading, kind of. So we went to the brush section. We're gonna airbrush darker. There's lighter airbrush, but that one's won't do as much damage, if you know what I mean. Probably not, because this is a tutorial, so we're just gonna do that. Oops. Yeah. Make it kind of, eerie, I guess. Not so flat, you know? Alright. Next is the fun part. The drummer. Well, it's fun for me, because I'm a drummer. Woohoo. Oh, I mentioned that like 5 times. Yeah. Okay. So this guy, he has like a red jacket on. So, Bart should be the drummer. He's always the drummer. It's just, I like drawing drummers. Like, what she was. Oh well. Yeah, it's cool. And so I'm just gonna hide these because it makes it a little bit easier on me. But I'm gonna keep that for perspective reasons. So that is about right. Just kind of drumming away. You can't see what I did there, but I always do that. Just something there as like a placeholder. Let me get you a better view. And I always put a little something there as a placeholder just so I don't like, because otherwise I do something like that and it's not always accurate. It's faster just to put placeholder, actually safer. Alright. In the long run, at least. Otherwise, you know, if you don't put a placeholder under something, you know, it's just gonna, well, it's gonna do that. But it looks like that. That's what he looks like. that is. Bert is kind of looking at the audience a little bit. It's kind of cool. Good for you guys. Got somebody looking at you. Kind of grinning a little bit too. I always make Bert grin because he's so happy to be there, working for his dad. Even if the singer never smiles, the drummer is typically smiling in these music videos. I don't know about real life, but in the music videos at least, they're usually smiling. I like to keep that in his character. He's just having fun jamming. I got the idea from a episode of The Simpsons where Bart is a drummer. Right, so here we go. So this right here, I learned how to draw him after watching an episode recently, so it's more like that. So I'll point to you. Let's change that. I'll show you a little bit. So I used to think it was like every other Simpson characters, but it's definitely not. So it's more like this. Smile. Come on, smile. Give us a smile. Okay. Yeah, we always forget the point. I always forget the pointy stuff. Pointy hair. So, that is way too small of a head. Come on. Just gonna make that. I'm gonna make it thicker. That's always a little shortcut. Making things seem big. I'm also gonna make it still a little coney, because that gives the audience the illusion of perspective. Even though it's just a dumb mistake on my part, the audience will see it as, oh, look at him, he's so smart, he's doing perspective shots, woohoo. This is all a trick I learned. Just make things look like they're on purpose, you know? Half the stuff I get praised on is probably because of accidents, happen on accidents. Alright, so I usually use this one as the skin for my other videos, but over here I use them as drumsticks. As the color for drumsticks. Okay, so look at this. If I do that, or even that, well, then that doesn't look right, because, contrast. I'm gonna have contrast, so we do that. Almost forgot his other arm, so yeah, he's just gonna, little arm there, little sliver, good Nirvana song. If only they had a music video, right? You know what? This guy should have his own layer. His other arm is gonna get its own layer. Okay. So in this music video, he's kind of playing all over the toms, the snares and all that. And so I forgot to draw the snares. Hold on. Make another layer. For some reason these kind of drums they're always black. I don't know why they're not more colors. They sell them in other colors, like red and blue. But to be fair, I'm a hypocrite because I have a black drum set. So yeah, it's a good brand, Pearl. Okay. Kind of covers the what happens, he covered this. I can do something to combat that. Hold on. What I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna make it a little thicker. Looks more yeah, that's cooler. Looks cool. Not cooler, but cool. Alright. Oh my gosh, I just did that. Come on, AJ. You did on the Onion. Not the news network. This little thing here, the toggle right here. Shows you friends before. You can do that. Do this. Alright. Switch it back to pen. You go to pen soft. It creates like that. Oh, I've used it before for just something else, but pen soft is a weird one. Don't recommend it if you're just gonna draw whatever. But it has its uses. I'm sure I'll talk about that soon enough. Alright. Yeah. That's a good song. I think that's a good song because it's like I forget his name. It was like a comedian, Jim something, who always said whenever he was making fun of Metallica. That was so funny. No one else got it, but it's funny to me. Here, Bart, because he's awesome, I need to move him somewhat. He's just gonna bob his head. Yeah. Not delete those. I'm going to. He's excited, so we're just gonna give him them all. It's like, oh yeah, he's squinting just a little, but just in the lower eyelids. It's cartoony, Gonna color those this color of Simpson's skin. Simpson's skin. What is this? Fortnite? Come on. Alright. We are going to just do this a little bit. See what happens is he moves his drumsticks quite a bit. He's moving his drumsticks quite a bit. Probably can't show you the reference, but I can probably I memorized it because I'm a drummer. But I strongly suggest the reference, which is Falling to Pieces, Velvet Revolver, official video, YouTube. What am I doing? Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. Look at that. Just had to fill that in. Alright. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Then, what I do here is we're just gonna do a little in between. No, I don't in between in the traditional sense. I do it with movement. I've never worked for a big studio. I've never learned traditional. I never actually had formal training or anything, so I don't know if this is the way actual animators do it, but I will do my best to draw this. To explain this, what am I saying, John? Explaining this. In betweening is when you just go in between the frames. That's my alarm to call a friend. I won't do that just yet. You know what? I'll show you what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna draw the arm just yet. I'm gonna draw that arm because that's that doesn't really move much. Oh my gosh, change this color. I like that color, so I'm just gonna keep that. You know, I don't like having more than 7 frames. I try to avoid having 8 or more frames, layers. So I'm just gonna do this. What else need to hold on? Okay, see what I did there? I just highlighted these, copied them, and pasted them after this one, because this one's the same as this one. So I don't need to copy that one again, otherwise I'd have doubles. I don't like animating in twos. What I am going to do is this. This arm is going to move just a little bit. Oh wait, wrong layer. Sorry about that. Actually, that would look better. Why am I whispering? I sometimes whisper when I animate because I cannot speak out loud. I usually have family in the house, but they are away. So I don't know enough people to have a party. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna animate with you guys. This is all on Flip a Clip. So just check that out. 42 minutes in. Check that out. Oops, I made it too small. Let's try to do something else. I always go for 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my sweet spot right there. 4. I did make a mistake here, so let me just fix that. We're gonna do that. This one is going to kind of cross over. I always get those layers wrong, but that is okay. Shit happens to us all at some point. That actually looks good. Okay, so that's 7. That is 7. So it's talking 7. So it looks out. Right there, he probably uses his tongue to say all. So let's do this. Let's just double check. All. Right there, he says all. Okay. Messed up just a little bit. I know what to do here. Wait, so he's not really grinding his teeth when he's speaking here, so we can just get rid of that teeth. I'm gonna make it short. Oops. Nope, like that. Okay. Alright, so watch that. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta do that for every single one. That looks pretty good, actually. I think I did pretty good. I'm confident about this. That does that sometimes. You gotta click that twice, otherwise you won't. Oh, well, it's hard to demonstrate. You'll see if you get the but it's a weird bug. You just kind of go back, you hit that twice, and it will play from the beginning. Most of the time. Alright, well, that is all I have to say. If you're interested in more advanced techniques, check out my Kofi page, and you'll get some lessons. More lessons, I guess. Alright. Subscribe or whatever. Bye.